students, can I tell you something? Could you please listen? May I come in? Do you remember these sentences in our day-to-day life? And questions, requests. We use all these sentences in our everyday life. And today we are going to learn about it. I can speak English. But when we are seeking permission, we use the same modal auxiliary can. Can I go to the library? In this question, we are seeking a permission. And when we request, we use can in a way like, can you wait a moment, please? Please is a requesting verb. So we take this question as a request, okay? And offer, when we can give something. I can lend you up my pen. Okay, so it depends on the mood of the speaker, of the subject, or the modal auxiliary which is used. Look at the next one, could. In ability, when it is past tense, we use could. I could speak English. Where if it is present tense, we say I can speak English, but in past tense, to show our ability, we use I could speak English. In polite request also, we use could. Could you wait a moment, please? And can also used, can you wait a moment, please? Yeah. So these modal auxiliaries, it helps a subject to express their mood. And may, to show the possibility, it may rain today, because we are not sure. It may possible, there is a possibility, okay, or it may not rain. So we use the modal auxiliary may. And permission, as I said, may I come in, may I go to the cinema. Okay, so when we seek permission to show our politeness, we use the word may. So might is used in a place where you are sure than about the thing to happen. Okay, when the possibility is less possible than may, means you're sure about it. It might rain today. Okay, in this place we use might, because we are sure it's going to rain. And the next modal auxiliary is must. We use must to force someone. When we say something forcefully, or when it is necessity, I must go to the supermarket today, because it's a need, necessity. Okay, or when you force someone to do something, like you must go to walk. Okay, or forcing someone, so we use must. And recommendation also, we use must. You must read the novel by Bahat. You must see the movie. Okay, when we recommend something, we use must. It depends on the importance, or how much as I told you, modal auxiliary verbs are used to express your feelings. So it's about the feel, how you feel about it. Okay, so depending on your mood, you use the modal auxiliary verb. There are 13 modal auxiliary verbs. So depending on the situation and your mood, we use it. And to the person whom we speak, because to our boss we cannot be we can give a suggestion or request only to our boss, but to people whom we to our friends we can be command, or people whom we love, family and friends, we can show our anger also, right? But we can't show our anger at some places. So in those places we use suggestions, recommendations and requests. Okay, so the next modal auxiliary verb we use is shall. So suggestion, shall I carry your bag? When you're talking to your colleague who is not so close to you, you can or some people whom we met for the first time, or to the old people who is on road, we want to help them. Shall I carry your bag? Or so it's a suggestion. Okay, and should is used in the place of advice. You should drive carefully on the highway. An obligation, you should switch off the lights when you leave the classroom. So obligation is where you have to do it, you're obliged to it. Okay, and next modal auxiliary, will, wish, request, demand. Order, we use will to show our such feelings when we wish for something. I wish I wish I can have this. I Will you please shut the door? It's a request, okay? And when you demand, will you please, will you please is a request, okay? And when you demand, will you close the door? It's a demand. It's in the tone of the speaker as well, not only in the modal auxiliary, but it depends on the tone as well. And then to tell about the predictions, okay, on assumptions we say I think it will rain on Friday, so that's an assumption. And prediction, okay, to see the weather and say that. And spontaneous decision, uh, we use will. Can somebody take me to the hospital? When someone is asking for the help, I will, we say in the spontaneous mood. So spontaneous decision, we say I will. Would. Would is used to show our wish or request or habits in the past. For example, would you shut the door please? It's a request. Sometimes he would bring me some flowers. So it's in the past. He would bring me some flowers when he is when he likes. Okay, so that happened in the past. To use to express such things, we use the modal auxiliary would. Next is ought to. On the modal auxiliary, ought to is used to show your duty or moral obligations or necessity again. Do you remember where we used necessity before? The modal auxiliary must is used for necessity and as well as ought to. So ought to, look at the example. You ought to submit your assignments on time. That's your duty to do your assignments, right? So when you say that, we can use the modal auxiliary ought to. Or like moral obligations, we ought to help the needy. When someone is in need, it's our moral obligation, right? Moral obligation, morality. So then necessity, we ought to hire some furniture for the party. That is the need. Okay, when we have a party, we need some more chairs, so it's ought to hire some furniture for the party. Then the next modal auxiliary here we have is used to. Habits in the past, we can use the modal auxiliary used to express the habits in the past. My grandfather used to walk for a long hours when he was young. So now he is a grandfather, but when he was young, he used to walk for a long walk. So he used to. So habits in the past, to express that, we use the modal auxiliary used to. And the other one, need to. Again, need means necessity. So obviously, when there is a necessity, we use the modal auxiliary need to. And for moral obligations, again, moral obligations, we can use ought to or need to. Look at the example. I need to buy a packet of milk because that's a need. Moral obligation, we need to keep our environment clean. Okay, or we can say we ought to keep our environment clean as well. It's not wrong. Then dare. Dare, we use the word when we are very angry to show our boldness when we have a challenge. Okay, we say dare. How dare you speak to me like that? How dare you say that? So to show our boldness. Look at the example. I dare not go out in the dark because I dare not go out in the dark. It says not because I don't want to go. I dare not go out in the dark. And challenge. How dare you enter my room? Okay, so these are the modal auxiliaries which helps you to express your feelings. So as I said, modal auxiliaries are special auxiliaries which is used to express the mood of feeling of the subject. The words which we use to express our mood or feeling. And there are 13 modal auxiliaries: will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, ought to, dare, need, used to. You can use these modal auxiliaries to express your feelings depending on your mood. If you're angry or happy or you're in a need, so depending on the your mood or the mode of the subject, you can use it. Okay, hope you like this video. Subscribe for more videos. If you like it, share, and please do comment. Thank you so much.